Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, they weren't hearing that either. Son of a bitch.
Recording in progress.
All right, share screen. Screen 2. Which? Hey. Where's my? There it is. Okay. Good morning, everyone in VIP. Good morning. Is that Martar?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
All good. Thank you so much.
All good. I know you sound about as tired as I do. Hope.
I slept only 4 hours today.
Amen to that, brother. I wish it didn't happen to you, though, Martar. I got your message. Bree will be up in a couple hours. We'll get you all hooked up on the...
No worries. Nothing.
Okay, cool. Cool, L. All right, so I think you can see now. Can they still see me over here is the question. Okay, yes, I see a good morning. Who is this? What's up, Jake? What's up, Jacob? Oh, good morning, some TikTokers. Oh, shoot. Hold on one second. Let's see. Got to get TikTok finished set up. Nice. Okay. Good morning to Lazarus. Yep, I know Lazarus is on TikTok, I'm guessing. Good morning, Lazarus. Good morning, Jane. Good morning, Martar. Martar, did you know that gold drops as Iran war jolts global commodity markets? Boy, aren't you glad you knew that now?
Sorry, could you say it again?
Yeah, that gold dropped yesterday because of the Iran war jolts global commodity markets. So gold dropped. Yeah, I'm a little confused though, Martar. Did gold drop or did gold go up to its 1 hour blue line like I called out yesterday?
It went to the 1 hour.
It did. Oh, you mean the news is reporting some kind of fake thing that isn't true?
Well, I think news is listening to your system. What has to be done?
Yeah, they wish they had my system. Can you imagine the power they could yield? Can you imagine somebody like Elon Musk with the system that has the money to trade, which you want to see global economies collapse in about 5 minutes? Oh, I better be careful. It wouldn't be pretty, let's put it that way. It would be the opposite of pretty. Things would be just horrifically challenged. Henceforth, one day, Martar, where I will be releasing the code to about, about 1,200 people at one time. Now, if they ever do try to do a buy of the system, you guys are all grandfathered in. Everyone that has system will be able to keep it. But here's the call. There it is. We went over it yesterday. I told it multiple times, told you it was going to happen. It went up, touched it, went past it, and almost to the previous high, like was called out. So take profit 1 and 2 were hit for sure. And I do remember calling it, believe it or not. And we had a little somebody in here remembered the call too, which I know a lot of you think I do not look at, but no, I do. Can't remember where we called it though. Was it in the? No, it might have been the learning room. Let's see. Another great call, Barry. Another great call on gold to the 1 hour blue line by Kevin today. Thank you, Barry. Thank you. See, he understands what the truth is, but then you come over to these peeps, and they, I don't even know which one it was. This one? Yep. And they think gold drops as Iran wars, gold jolts global commodity markets. I don't even understand. They just make words up. They sound pretty impressive, and they put them together. Gold drops. I just want to make sure I read it right. And I don't even know did oil soar 25%? It must have been a buy stop. Let me, I guess I can go look at oil, but I knew gold didn't drop. When I read this, I was like, are they just bonkers? What is wrong with them that they have to report utter lies? It didn't even go down. I don't. They can't even make it because they can't make it fit because it doesn't fit their narrative and they don't know what to do. So it's kind of funny. They just, they have little cows and they can't figure
Maybe
out.
it's short 25% from the very beginning of the war to the pig, but it's not 25% anymore.
No, he distinctly said yesterday. So we're wrong.
That's the,
And,
yes.
he's right. And, that's exactly what happened. We cannot debate that. That is not something that's debatable. Martar's like, what the? Yeah, okay. People follow the news just like I said. They follow the news. It's how they get 50 people. But people just hear it and say, oh, okay, yeah, let's do that. They do that with trading too, as you know. All right, we don't want any of those. We don't want any of those. Who the hell am I looking for? Oh, oil. What is oil, for the love of God? Crude oil, India futures. Do they all trade? Give me.
If you want futures, you can go on C for Charlie L. One. That's the continuous.
And this will give me an accurate read.
Yeah, I should give you. This is what I'm trading as oil.
So crude oil futures. That ain't the one we have marked.
Yeah.
All right. Did it take it? Yeah. All right. So let's look at our oil to see even if it's gone. Well, Martar's saying it's not, but I don't know. Let's just see what the hell it's doing there. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to call anything to do with an up, but I will read it for you guys to see if we're going to get a little. Well, there's a little pullback. Wait. Did it say that it went? Wait a second. What? Hold on. I must have. What's today? So yesterday was that day. Whoa.
Yesterday, 13.
Oh, maybe they're trying to call this as. Yeah, that's what they did. Well, I mean, maybe at the time when they wrote it that this was up, is what I could guess. Yeah, because then on this. Yeah, later it went down later that day. So what was it?
But it was 10%, 11%. If you're looking at from the close to open on from the Sundays, from the last week to Sunday.
So how much was it?
It was around 10%.
Up or down?
Up from the Friday.
And what did he say it was?
At 25.
Oh, they didn't account for the last failing the sell. They didn't do. Any rate, yeah. Well, they got half of one right and the other one 100% completely wrong. But they're pretty good. They're rolling. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Ms. Taraya. Good morning, Martar, Jake, Lazarus, Jane, Marley, Mar, Paul, and Taraya. Good morning, TikTokers. I can't see if there's even anybody. There's a few people on YouTube. YouTubers. Grand rising to you too. And Jacob. Oh, geez. We've been losing. Oh, yeah. There I am. Oh, I never took myself away. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, let's actually see what's happening in the markets live, and then we'll get into some things. Jiminy, has this not corrected? When's the last time these flipped? What is this? This must be one hell of a push up. Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Woo! Okay, I can see again. All right. Yeah, we're still like we're rising. Wow, that's crazy. Where are we at? Did we hit the orange lines yet? Oh, yeah. Touchdown, touchdown, touch. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, not yet on US 30. Look at the weekly SPY. Look at the weekly NAS. I swear, the more I think about it, did anyone ever confirm this? Did Matt Parker actually call live the 45-second, 15-second, whichever one? Did he call the movement live, and did it go up from there, and is it still going? Because if he did, that's got to be...
He covered the bottom. I don't remember which time frame he was reading, but yeah, we went over it with Matt on live with you here.
Okay, so we actually caught the very bottom, and I know it was Naz. I remember him saying Naz. That is insanity. We may have been down here on the entrance.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. Good morning and God bless, Larry. Well, needless to say, if you guys had the system and or the VIP group, well, you had to hit the first take profit, which is the red line, then somewhere between, and then the yellow, and then I always go in between, then the orange. And it looks like all take profits have been hit. Next up is, I got to tell Breezen to be so happy, my precious wife. We got this one here is going to go up to that right there. The green is going to go all the way up to that right there. You'll see new record highs as this finishes off. As this was falling because of the war, just like the year before, it was falling because of the lies of tariffs, the lies of war. So how are they saying it's going up again? Because I thought the ceasefire wasn't real, and I thought Iran didn't honor it or something. I can't keep track. What lies are they speaking? They don't even know what they say anymore at this point. They don't. I can tell you this is a buy stop. I can tell you one of our members called it at the very bottom that you couldn't even call if I couldn't call it. There's no way in hell it would have caught that. But sometimes as you do those faster time frames, you just get a lucky horseshoe up your butt, and all of a sudden you get that one that can run and doesn't get tapped out. And a 45-second buy, 45-second up, can lead into a weekly buy from a 45-second entry or 50. I'm just not sure on what that time period was. Got to remember that part of that. Anyways, exceptional. We'll just go from up here anyways. Maybe we didn't catch the very bottom. I don't know. 2,500 pips. Oh my goodness. How much is US 30 up? And it still has more to go. You can continue to do buys. Well, for one, it's not finished on any of the indices yet. It's all take profits that I care about have been hit, but it's still going to go up to the previous center and then past the previous M of your W right here on all. They will go up. Now we have better news because US 30 is lagging. Buy, stop on all indices until US 30 hits, maybe hits 48,000. I can't read that. $876.64. Yeah, I think I actually got most of those numbers right. And that is your buy stop. US 30 still has not hit its orange line. It's lagging. Even SPY hit its orange line on the weekly. NAS has passed it. NQ has passed it. SPX has passed it. FS1. But you have US 30 is not to it. Now, one thing I did not see is, let's see what YM1 is doing. We have a buy, stop, buy, stop, buy. I don't want to do that. Why did I do that? Let's go. Well, we'll stick there for 1 second. Yes, you have YM1 and US 30 buys to their weekly orange lines. Sevens, if I'm clear on that.
Demo trade only. I am not a financial advisor.
Good morning, Mike Jones. Good morning, Jason McCain. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Robert. Good morning, Jake. Martar said 7. He's such a good man. Mr. Rye, thank you. And Paul and Marley Mar. Yay. Good guys. All right, let's see what we got. Now, with that being said, we need to have some kind of, I'm so confused at how we do not have a, well, we are struggling to stay live. This is rough. If we freeze, I'll have to restart YouTube. Morning, TikTokers. Hold on. TikTok is having technical difficulties. There we go. Now it's better.
Love you, Matthew. Have a good day.
And let's see. We have a sell. Finally. Let's see if we got this going down. 1 second. Nothing I can call. We need a pullback or I won't be able to call anything for you guys. Oh, speaking of which, let me get that gold again because I want to see something. Gold is a permanent buy. I told you all that the other day. I told you when to get in, how much to get in, what to do with it. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to buy one buy I showed you the other day. It's just simply one little purchase of gold. I'm going to hold it forever. It's already up pretty good. It's just going to be held for as long as I can hold it. Let's see. Good morning, Rod. Good morning, BK. Oh, that's Brian. Good morning, George and Jake and Larry and Lazarus and Jane and Marley Mar and Martar and Patrick Flesh and Paul, Ryan Marcus and Miss Taraya Edwards. Good morning, everybody on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and the VIP group. All right. Where is gold? There's gold. 15-minute looking good. Daily buy told you about. Let's see, it's flipping. Somewhere gold is switching over to a sell on towards the 1 minute. Let's see if that's true. This will be your call out for gold. Maybe. Yeah, sell gold to the 45-second blue line. I would never do a sell on gold, just so we're clear. 1 minute sell, but those of you who love it, take it. Gold down to $4,758.38 on a 1 minute sell. I would never do that sell. I would only look for these buys that are coming up. 10-minute buy. 12-minute buy. Perfect. All right. Gold. $12-minute buy. Take profits. $4,773.97. $4,778.26. $4,781.38. $4,796.04. And that's for a 12-minute buy. On a bigger look at gold, you're looking at a daily, weekly buy. And it's exceptionally good. This is the 5th iteration of this. Week 5. This is the 5th time that this has occurred on your weekly gold. And yeah, each time obviously has gone up unbelievably and called out accurately by the signal service. So this is what cracks me up. See, I used to tell you all that the trade tracker tracks every one of my trades and it sends it off to the signals. But now you guys don't have a choice. This is gold and this is the weekly, and this is what would be going into your higher time frame ones, the ones you could actually enter market order. And yeah, these are the ones, and that's what you see. Now you have to know how to read them. It's daily, and then it calls the entrances to your actual trades themselves. But yeah, we've been on a tear with gold, thanks to Kim. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning, Cristobal. We are live on VIP. The VIP link is in the Discord room, upcoming meetings, and it's also been emailed out to you. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. There we go. Just a perfect, just perfection. The only thing I'm concerned with is that it might drop a little further. This purple line has to come down more, but on these higher time frames, I don't worry about it as much. So pink is low, blue is high, red fits into this little green. I mean, this is step-by-step perfection. You could already be in the trade. I've been in the trade for a minute now. I think it's been prior to last week, right? Was it Monday or Friday the day before? Well, I got the trade. I think it was the 6th. So about 8 days ago was my entrance on that one. Let me see about that 1 hour real quick. Oh yeah, it had to do it. There was no way around this. Now, why did it have to do it on gold? I gave you all the reasons yesterday on gold and how this moves with that and this does that. But this is the gist of what happens with gold. Okay. We had maybe maybe not. Hold on. Yeah, we're good there. All right. We were under on the 1 hour. We were above on the 2 hour at the same time. So this is gold, 1 hour on the right. If you look, the 2 hour was above. They form an order. In order for this to hold true to itself, it had to go up to this blue line on the 1 hour. There was no choice. Zero probability it wasn't going to go there, and it's going to have to go past there. So that's a little more advanced reasoning. I don't usually get into that stuff, but this is basically what you're looking at is an Oreo cookie trade that rarely happens on this higher time frame, but did. So instead of the symbol lagging, it's the actual chart time. The 1 hour was lagging behind the other chart times, meaning it was below the blue line when the other ones at a higher time frame were above, and below it were above, and it's below it now. That's well, it's when it lags, the other ones will catch up. So in this case, gold 1 hour will catch up. Okay, that makes sense to everybody. And I don't know if there's news this morning. I really don't want to know. I'm just not feeling newsy this morning. Hope we're about to be warned about it, though, if there is. Sevens, if you guys just understood all that. I don't know if there's any things. I don't really care. All right. Thank you, George. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Martar. All right. So that's VIP, more or less. I'm not going to get into too much of that for you guys in TikTok and YouTube land. Morning, Glow.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Bashir. Trying to remember people I didn't say good morning to. All right. So gold is gold. Let it fall down a little bit further, and then I would look for any of these things to flip over. How do we know when it's flipped and coming back up again? Because you have the rifle. These will turn from red to green. You see what they're doing? That's a blue little buy stop to the 1 second, 5 second. And then all you do, get your confirmation that you're in a logo buy. Go back to the fat. See, this is a sell right now. You have to wait for these to turn green. And that's all. This is how do you know when you're 1 second, everything turns mainly green on your screen and not red. That means you can start looking for buys. If the 1 second does it and turns green and the 5 seconds turn green, then you should start looking for the 10-second buys and the 15-second buys. And how do we know? Well, generally speaking, and this is how people just have to kind of, actually use their brains here. Red means down, and when you see a lot of red, that means down. And when you see a lot of green, that means up. So to simply put it, right now, you have to wait for the 1 second, 5 seconds to turn to a lot of green. And then once it does, we can start looking for the 10 seconds. Let's go down to that 1 second and see what it looks like. I can tell my poor computer's barely hanging in there. Okay, now let's see. Oh, look. Maybe I can see some green. I'm going to have to pop this open, aren't I? Well, let's do it for everybody. Okay, see all that your buy stop to the blue line on the 1 second. See all the green though, how it's moving up? Yeah. So this is when you start looking for your 1 second buys, and look at the 5 seconds. Even though that's a lot of green on the 1 second, not a ton on the 5 second yet. So we should wait for the 5 seconds to turn a lot of green. A lot of green. The real direction bars will turn green, 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 green here, green there, and then you'll see it rise up towards this 5 second. Just wait for the green. Once that's done, we'll start looking at the 10 second, and then we'll have a nice movement moving. See it? So there's your 10. There's hardly any green right here. Look. This is all red on the 10 seconds, but it's rising because the 1 second has turned to all green. See it? Then the 5 seconds. And you see it's going to do a pullback. It's going to go up. This pink line's going to go up. Price will go up. Fill in the gap will go up towards it. Then it's going to turn and come back down, make another gap for us. Pink line will come back, hopefully with the purple this time, and then we'll see these turn to green. Then I'll be able to make a buy call for you guys. See, there's the pull down. We want these to stay green if we can. If it does, then we'll be able to make a call for you. There's the space I told you had to happen. There's the pink and purple line dropping. Buy. You can go into a 1 second buy if you'd like for gold. And we'll wait right here for it. I don't know if there's any news. Don't care. Wait for this. See, we're not green yet. Sorry?
PPI, sir. PPI only.
Yeah, that's pretty. Sometimes you get a little movement for that one. Thank you. See, red again, red again, red again. Now we have to restart the whole process. And if this turns to red too. So now we're looking at a higher time frame buy. This must be something a little bit higher. And this is a 5 seconds. So we're still farting around in sell land. We have to wait for this to hook. So look for this. Watch. Yeah, I see you got to wait. See, now you're red again in all of your little lands over here. So this is red, red, red. Now we got to wait for these to turn green. If they do. See how it's... See, now I was calling that 5 second buy, but we got to read it for you guys. So watch. There you go. Go back over to here. There, you're green on your 1 seconds. And there, there's your touchdown to the 5 second. Well, let's get the ricochet. All right, pink, purple, blue all went up. As said, this will then hook. You'll see the pink. You'll see the blue come high, hold. You'll see the pink come down. You'll see this turn to green next. The space will develop right here, and then you're going to see a ricochet back up to that blue line. So we'll hang out. Morning, Annie and Rob. Oh, good morning, Logan. Good morning, Stacy, Cristobal, Rod. We're just having some fun here. I'm trying to show you 1 second, 5 second live trades, how to be patient and wait. Now you need this to hook. You want that pink line to come down. You want price to come down. You see it? You want the space to occur right there. We need a little, yeah, there you go. Space right here. Hopefully the purple joins it. Then you'll see the hook back up. You'll see the fill in the gap trade fill in. You'll see the pink come back up. You'll see this go back up to here or come close to that blue line right there. You would enter on, there you go. And that's exactly it. I just called out a 1 second, 5 second before it happened. Thank you, God, for letting that occur that way. Perfect touchdown, perfect trade. This is how you take the trade for a 1 second, 5 second, just like that. Now you'd enter, I wouldn't have entered off the 5 second. I would enter it off the 1 second. You'd have 2 charts open, but just trying to keep it with one. But there it is. Everybody in VIP, did you see that? Everybody on TikTok, did you see that? Everybody on YouTube, did you see that? Yeses for yeses, sevens for yeses. And that's how you take that trade. And that's how you take the trade, whether it's gold 5 second, 1 second, or whether it's gold weekly, daily, or whether it's your NQs, your currency pairs, Forex stuff, your indices, whether it's stocks, the exact same thing happens. This will be the second time it's hooking down. Pink, maybe you'll get a little further drop if we're lucky. I don't know about that. And then it's going to hook and come back up again to that blue line on a second ricochet. But the Breebot will be reading exactly as you saw me call right here. As the Breebot has the 16 steps, which I can show you guys again, which I'm so excited. Get to talk to Tommy about that this evening, I hope, Lord willing. So let's take a look here. All right. This is the latest version, and I can't remember if you guys can see that. Hold on 1 second. Yes, you can. Okay. So when you see these 1 through 16 over here, they actually have a whole bunch of words. Unfortunately, it's, yeah, we're good. Okay. These things over here have a whole bunch of words. Unfortunately, they're very descriptive, and we can't have that. So what you're seeing, these are the 16 steps of what I just showed you on the 1 second, 5 second, how to look and take the trade. This is the new Breebot code, different Breebot code, new Breebot code, and this is actually functioning and working. We just have to figure out like 2, 3 of the more of the steps again, but they're still, it's going to be so accurate when this thing kicks off and hits like that. I can't wait for you guys to test it. I did it again, by the way. That was your second time. You see the price action came back up again on gold above the 5 second. Fill in the gap second time. First time was the one I called out for you. This is, remember now what I did. I told you about the blue and pink and purple coming up before it did. I told you the blue was going to stay high. It did. Told you the pink was going to stay low. It did. That is our logo right there. You can see it. And this is a buy stop to the blue line if it previously did it. So this trade right here is going to be called. Now, we might not be able to call it on a 5 second because that's just entirely too fast. There's nothing we can, you have to send out a signal. We might have to limit that one to on your charts, and you have to make the call yourself kind of thing. But this is your logo trade. VIPers, is there any questions over that logo trade? How I called it, how I was able to call it, how I looked for it on the 1 second, the 5 second, 10 second. We can go over anything you want to go over. Oh.
All clear to me, at least.
Okay. Thank you, Marta. Annie, Rob, George, Glow, Jake, Janet, Jose, Larry, Lazarus, Jane, Marley Mar. Do any of you want me to look at the trade in more detail and show you how I did that? Or are we good on that?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I actually just jumped in. If you don't mind, that'll be great.
Sure. You want me to go over it again, Jose?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I just jumped in. I'm sorry.
Yes, absolutely. Sometimes with you guys, it's hard for you to hear me, and sometimes it's really hard for me to hear you. All right. I'm sure some of you were here. Most all of you were here. Morning, Kev. Before this trade right here was even on the screen, I called out the buy. I was hoping it was going to hook before. It went up, touched. And then I was calling out what was going to happen before it happened, how to find the logo buy. So let's go over what a logo is. Okay, and this is it. This is our logo. We have a green up arrow and a red down arrow, both drawn a certain way. That'd have been so cool if I'd have had them put in a nipple right there. Oh my God, that would have been funnier than hell. Anyway, but long story short is the logo trade is when you have for a buy, when things are going to go up. You have this right here. Starts low, comes up. This is the actual second time it came down, hooks and comes back up. This is higher than that. This stays solid green. We're working on this to be a little red, but it is what it is. Yeah, I knew that was going to be a problem for people. Just working on stuff like this is way harder than people understand. All right, let's go ahead and grab it. So this starts low, zoop, comes up, higher, zoop, and does that little thing right there. Okay. So with that being said, doop, you come over to here and you can clearly see price starts under right there. Let me see if I can use this. Probably not. Zoop, oh, well, maybe probably so. Usually I have trouble dragging it. Not this morning. Huh. All right, I can use that. All right. So this was a trade called out live before it actually developed, and I actually called it using the logo. When we had the red turn into green, and then it came back down and formed this gap right here, you'll see it shows the exact same trade on the sniper. You didn't need the sniper, but it shows it, and it helps. You wait for the pink line to come down to its lowest point possible, which is right about there. Right, and then you take the trade, well, you'll go over entrances later. You'd look for it on the 1 second though, and then this trade right here, the logo trade right there, starts low, came up, hooked. That's what it looks like live on your charts. Came down, came over to here, went right into the into this range right there, into our little red and yellow EMAs. Perfection, came back up, touched right here. Did it again here, by the way, and it's doing it again on a buy stop, which means this is a 1 second. So at any rate, so yeah, this is what the trade was that I called out. And so I was able to call it live, look at it live, trade it live with you. Well, I didn't trade it. I drew it out for you, looked at it, and that's what it did. Exactly like it's supposed to. This trade is absolutely going to be caught by the BreeBot, traded by the BreeBot, will tell you to take the trade. I'm debating whether or not it's going to do it on a 5 second, but if you see it on a 10 second, and for sure, if you see it on a 15 second, 30, 45 one, we can be able to make those calls out to you. Now, the BreeBot will be an automatic trading bot. That's true. I forgot. So, yeah, it'll take this trade on a 5 second if you have it on scalping. Go ahead.
Right where your arrow is up, your candles are below the yellow, but the orange line isn't.
Correct. 100% correct, Kev. Yeah, remember I said you had to go down to the 1 second to look for your entry right there. Yeah.
So even if the candle's below the yellow, it's still considered a logo buy.
This is your logo buy right here. Starts low, came up. There's your fill in the gap trade. That's what it looks like right over here. This is perfection for what it looks like on your higher time frame.
The orange line right there is above the yellow. It doesn't matter.
No, this is your higher time frame, Kev, and yes, it does matter. Again, you must have missed that part when I repeated it. This right here is not the part where you enter. This is the part to find the logo trade. So when you would look for this, you would go, everybody in the VIP group, would I go up or down from the 5 second to find entry from here? Would I go to the 1 second or would I go to the 10, 15 second? So yeah. So we would go down, and then if we can go down, which in this case we can go to that 1 second. We'll come over to here. I didn't really want to go into entrances right now because we're live with a whole bunch of public people, but since I'm being asked, this is what you'd see. And there is your yellow is actually below the green. The orange is below there. There's your buy stop, green, 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 red, and there's your entrance. And if we wanted to, we can go down to a tick. And we could make the entrance off of this 1 second down to a tick right here. And there'll be some kind of version of a buy stop right there on the micro level. But as it is, we were trading 5 seconds. That's what I called out. That's what I showed you. When you see this come up and touch and it came back down, the logo trade is what this is right here. Why I went to the logo, drew it out, came back over to here. This is your little thing right there like that. And that's what it looks like. You're going to see it start low, come up. This is how you spot your trade. If you need the sniper itself to help, you'd see the blue line come up. Preferably the purple would have came down a little lower, but that's okay. Pink came down perfect. We have our entrance spotting. We come over here when it's at its lowest and we go look at a previous time frame for entry. Now again, I really don't want to get into that orange line doing it again live unless we're private live on the VIP. So I'm not going to answer any more entry questions from anybody, including the VIP, unless we're by ourselves. But that's okay. All right. Next up. I was just in down, says Rod. Yep. Okay. So we all understand that little trade then, how it was able to be called out. Yeses for yeses, sevens for yeses.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Okay. Yeah. And you can see it actually did it again. This exact same trade. Look. I mean, the exact same trade. Can we get it to reset? Would it have reset? Yes, it would have. And did it come up and touch? And did it come down below? Yep, there it is right here. So this exact, the trade that you see right there happened again right here. So this is the exact, there is no difference between these two trades. This trade right here was under, came up, touched, came back down, came over, hooked, and came up. Price action start under, came up and touched, came back down, under, hooked, and came back up. Here's your logo right here. This is without anything to do with the sniper, because I always teach you that first, and then I teach you with the snipers, which is the only way I was able to make your trade right here. Got to have it. Blue came up, pink came low. Blue came up, pink came low, and there's your trade. Does everybody see the second time it happened?
Yes,
It's a ricochet buy stop to the blue line, came down, formed the logo, came back up. This is the exact trade the robot is looking for. The Breebot is looking for the entire time on every, it's going to be looking, well, it depends. There'll be a scalping version of a robot. There'll be like a day trading part of the robot. There'll be a long-term Warren Buffett robot, Breebot, but they'll all be calling. It's just a matter of which version of the Breebot you guys want to get on which symbol.
Will we be able to set up the time frame that we want to work, or it's going to work on every time frame when he sees the trade?
By the time I'm done with it, it will work on every time frame whenever it sees the trade. Yep. So you'll be able to push it on any time frame. Now, my thing is, we're probably going to have those three differentials for. Definitely one of them is going to have to be different, because I'm going to have to tweak it immensely to make sure it's scalping properly, getting in and out super fast of trades, sticking to the stop losses, not moving them. That's usually not an issue with the code, but it's going to have to be symbol related. Gold stop loss is way different than US 30. You can't put a US 30 trailing stop loss as like 5 pips, because as soon as US 30 moves, it's moving up and down 5 pips at the same time. Impossible to do. You'd have to put US 30 trailing stop loss probably in the range of 30, 40 pips as a trailing stop loss after you hit profit and it's going up. And even then, it probably will tap out in half a second. But that's why we're going to test it, over and over and over again to get the correct numbers. NAS will be different. SPX, a 30 pip stop loss in SPX would be like, you would have to be the most wrong trader in the history of the world to have that hit. US 30 would hit in half of a billionth of a second. By the time you hit it down, it'll hit that. They're just different. Gold's different like that too. And then a lot of the stocks we can keep similar. There'll probably be a price range on the stocks, and then keep that. I don't know. We'll have to see how many different things, because we can limit this to only work on gold, like the robot, only see gold and that kind of thing. It's going to be interesting to see how this develops out. When is it coming again, the Breebot, says Bashir. Yep, it's coming. How fast? As fast as Tommy's little hands can code, given the time restrictions that he has in life. So I'm hoping to get to you guys within the month, maybe within 3 weeks or so, a working version of the script of the Breebot for you guys. But if it doesn't happen, I can't help it. That's just the way life is. Wasn't planning on Keith's death. Keith wasn't planning on dying either, but it's life and death. I guess it happens. But yeah, we'll get there. It's a coming. You're welcome. What's up, Alfred? Good morning. Welcome to the VIP group this morning. I know he's been here before, but again. Good morning, everybody in VIP, in YouTube land, in TikTok land. Am I still clicking? Yeah, we're still clicking. Oh, REO. Let's see. Good morning, Tasha Cruz. Good morning, Joe Biga. Good morning, Brian Invest. Oh, Brian Invest have been bad. I have not done one thing on the book. Oh my God, I feel terrible. Bree said she wants to work on it, but I don't know. There's always something to do, and that ain't one of the top things for me to do. But I got to work on it. All right. Let's get rid of these things right here. What a nice, easy, lazy morning. Uh-oh, why is my thing not working? There we go. Miss Taraya, Stephen, Ryan, Paul, Mike Jones, Martar, Marley Mar, Jane, Miss Jane, Lazarus, Larry, Kevin Norris, Jose, Miss Janet, Jake, Glow, and George. Besides, good morning to Cristobal Armas and Bashir and Annie and Rob and Alfred. I did want to ask if any of my VIPers have any questions or if I missed anything earlier. Good morning, El Flacco. How was it?
Everything went good. Thank you for doing gold again, Captain. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And good morning to you, Jose. Show the trademark. No, I'm not ready for the VIP class. Don't care about any of that either. Okay. All right. I do want to look at one symbol only because I have quite a few options in it, and it's a target, and I want to look at the daily. Now, I think the VIP people remember the, oh, this is just perfection. Oh my God. Okay. Now listen. First movement is target going up or down at the moment in time on the faster time frames. Is it moving up or down?
Down.
Thank you. I see a nice downward movement. We suspect the 15-minute downward trend to maybe hit the 30-minute blue line. I don't know, maybe. Should we go look at that to see? Yeah, what's between 15 and 30? I'll go to the 20 and see. We're at it, so I'm going to go ahead and say that's complete. Let's see what the 30 looks like. Now, in our system, a lot of red means down. And I see everything turning to red inside my little white. Yeah. Is the blue line? It is. Is the pink and blue line high? It is. Look at that, everybody. See this? You see the low there? Perfection. You see the little space right here, this little gap, fill in the gap trade? Perfection. Actually, I can separate those more. Do you see that we haven't hit the blue line? Yes. So you can see that this downward movement on the 15-minute maybe is approaching the 30-minute now. Isn't that logical? You see how they fall in order? 1 second, 5 second, 10 second, 15, 30. Then we kind of start looking to see if this trend's going to continue. We know it's going to continue if we see certain things. These are called your high probability setups. So because it went to the 15 and it went to the 20, now I'm doing an educated guess that maybe perhaps it'll come close to the 30-minute blue line. Now this is a sell to the 30-minute blue line of target. And because we know in our system that we have a goal of that blue line, I can tell us where it's going to go. $116.77. Now, if it goes below there, do I care? Only the fact that I get to make more money. I don't care how low it goes. I know where it's going to, and that's what I'm going to play. So if I know that that's a sell, well, then we can look up here and see that somewhere between the 4-hour movement and 30-minute and 1 hour and 4 hour, it's going up. So I wonder if it's going up on these higher time frames to the daily. Well, let's look. If we know the 4-hour is our last little above thing, which is going to see that, and there's a buy there. Then we go to the 5-hour. You see how there's still green, 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 red, buy stop. The pink, purple, and blue aren't quite low enough, but they're close. And now we're going to keep going up until we have something to say to what blue line is this going to, because we have bullseyes. See, the 12-hour can't count because it's right on it. And this is where everyone in the world should be thrilled. You don't get to see Target buy stops. A company as big as Target, something like this. You do not get to see that on a regular. This is something nice and special. This is a buy stop target to the blue line daily. I can't recommend this trade strong enough. A matter of fact, I've been recommending it since it's way back down here. Minimum was here. When was this? Oh, way before then. I've been calling Target a buy for over a year. It is going to this blue line come hell or high water. If anybody knows options like Kev knows options, you can make a killing off of this. We do need it to come down a little bit more to form more of space like it did here. We need this pink line to come back down to here. So I'd like a little bit further pull back, a little bit maybe more into the red here, but this is close enough. If you wanted to find some options, you should, and I have multiple options open, demo trade only. I'm not a financial advisor. This is where you're going. This is going to go, price action is going to go from there to that orange line to that blue line. So this will be my call. You're going to have Target go back to 125.67. Then you're going to have Target go back to 129.35. It's going to go over 131, and that is Target buy stop to the daily blue line.
Demo trade only. I am not a financial advisor.
Anybody in the VIP group or anywhere else remember? Say that 8Ball said you're not a financial. That is correct. Yeah. I mean, if you guys don't remember me calling out Target, I don't know what you're doing in this world. This is the easiest, freest money I've given to you guys in a very long time. There's been no debate. There's been no wonderment. There's been no, I wonder if it's going to go up or down. This is exactly what I told you Target was going to do, and it's doing it. I don't want to hear later on, well, I didn't know. Yes, you did. I'm telling you before it happens. I told you before it happened all the way back here, way back there somewhere. Told you, and it's still going to go right up to there. Okay, now, for people in my VIP class, I would enter. This is what I would do. I'd go into my public app. I'm not buying anymore. I refuse to buy any more options in this little app anyways. All right, we're up 25 whole dollars. Yay. All right, we need to go to Target. So we're going to go under there, go under markets, go under TGT, Target. It's at $118. We're going to go under trade. You're going to go under option hubs. All we're doing is regular old options. You don't even have to go out that long, by the way. How would I play this? What is this, April? I would look, well, let's see what the Junes are. All right, I'm going to look at Junes. And since we know where it's going to be going, we have an ace in our hole. So we can go to like 130s, let's say. $2.81, unacceptable. Let's see. Let's go to January 15th. Yeah, they know. Those little cheating bastard ass. All right. This is what we can do, though. Hold on. Oh. A 200 call is 83 cents. Okay, I said I wasn't going to do any more. Okay. All right. Now, how high can we get it? Let's go all the way up. So we have the ability to know previous. Yeah. 170. Holy shit, it can go back to that. 170s, 273. Hey, Kim, when you write this one down, if you want to look into this one, and maybe Kev or somebody, Mike, can tell me some better entrances for a thing if you can get a little cheaper. But at any rate, look for a 170 call January 15th, 2027, $2.37, which is not what you pay for the option. But that'd be $237, not too bad. You can look at that one, Kim. Please write that one down. Or if you want to write down 135, $8.30. And these are January 15th. So you really don't need to go that long. Well, but it's going to keep going. How long is that going to keep going? It's going to keep going for a effing while. Let me see this real quick. Don't care. How about this one, daily? Yeah, see, how fast can we get that there? Say 10 days, 15, 130. How fast can I get to 130? What's today? April the... Okay, so we can't get that. We can do May. How about June? June 18th, and we can go to 130. 281. July. 130. Nope. What about May? End of May, 130s. 212, 212. No. I would do the 130 calls at $2.81, June 18th. Look at those two, Kim. Please, let's just track those. I want to see where those end up, or someone can track those. That'd be awesome. Demo trade only, not a financial advisor.
Demo trade only. I am not a financial advisor.
All right, so that's specific. Now, if you don't want to do options, you literally don't have to. You can literally just buy the stock called Target. People are like, oh, I can do that? Yeah, yes, you can. How low did it get? Damn, 86. Now, are we out of the woods on Target? Let's take a look. Weekly. Oh, yeah, that's not good. It's already ricocheted, already hit it once. Oh, shit. Weekly, 3 weekly sell. I have to call what I see, even though I don't want to call it. Yeah, and that is a monthly too. There's nothing around it. You can't get around that. Can it go back down to there again? Yes. Target, $92. But don't care. Ultimately, it's going to go up even way higher. 3 month, 6 month buy stop. Just gorgeous. This is just gorgeous. You'd already made, I'm up 40, 80%. I think one was 120% of my options already. Sold a couple. I think I have 2 or 3 still open, singulars. But this is just gorgeous. Perfect 3 month buy stop. Take any buy stop you can find on 30-minute or, well, anytime on Target 3 month until that pink thick line goes all the way back up to over 80%. This will turn into green from red. This price action will go from where it's currently at, which is hitting take profit 1, to hitting the yellow line, to hitting the orange line, to hitting halfway up, to hitting all the way up. And that'll be Target, and that's how it's going to roll. All right.
Demo trade only. I am not a financial advisor.
What's up, Matt Parker? Was that a 15-second time frame, 45-second time frame when you were calling that for us on gold? NAS, sorry. Look at March or June 2027. It says 8 ball. Down says 8 ball. Look at 8 ball. Good morning, 8 ball. Lachey Trays, El Flaco, Brian Invest, Tasha Cruz, Rod. Good morning, everybody on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook Live. Good morning, the VIPers. Thank you, Matt. All right. some scheduling news. Tomorrow, I'll be going on a live probably from around 8 in the morning until, I don't know, probably around 4 that afternoon for VIP. This is for VIP. I'll be sending out maybe a message on that once I firm it up, but I can yet to firm it up, so it's been tricky. This Friday, I'll be going on 8 in the morning till probably at least 8 at night. So it'll probably be somewhere in the range of a 8, 10, 12 hour, and maybe even a 14-hour live on Friday, this coming Friday the 17th. And if you say that you can't ask your questions during that time period, I'll be dragging questions out of all of you. Ask some questions. But it's going to be a long one. All right, so those are coming up. Thursday, we're not going to be doing our Thursday normal live like we do. That's not happening this Thursday. So I need to send out a schedule. So tomorrow, a big long live for VIPers and regulars. I'll probably do public first and VIP, but then I'll go to VIP for several hours. And then on Friday, it'll be several hours, probably on and off with the public and the VIP, to be honest with you. And then the VIP will probably be this constant, and then the public will come and go. All right. Bye, Bashir. Have a good day, buddy. All right. Good morning to everybody here. If I didn't say good morning to you by name, I apologize. I think I got Steven. Yeah, I think I got everybody. So many of you come and go, though. It's hard to keep total track on that, but we're close. Thank you on the gold call, said Paul. Oh. Let's see. Did gold do something great? I'm telling you, don't sleep on target. Do not sleep on target. Well, I can't see anything on the daily. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to go right back there again. Pink's crossing down, blue's high. You need to fill in the gap. This will be your fill in the gap. This, geez, oh, pizza. Okay. Let's zoom in a little. Okay, see, so you had the logo fill in the gap trade here, and you're going to have it again here. It's forming as you speak live. What does that mean? Price is going to go up. That little green line, let me get rid of this one for you. Oh, jeez. And this one for you. These are our faster ones, if you guys remember. You're going to see that little space. There is one, the pink line. There it is. You're going to see price action ricochet, come down from the blue line, come back up and touch that blue line again. Gold, I should be marking these with noises, shouldn't I? That's your take profit on that one, and a little higher actually than that. And that's where it's going to go back to. And that's gold logo buy after you had the, see, this is your 444. Look at how many bottoms. This is why people say they play W's are kind of on the silly side. You have a 4 bottom, which is a 2 W's, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. See, up, down, up, buy. And then you have up, down, buy, and we want the logo right here. You're going to see it hook, come down, and come up. So if you look at this from your perspectives, all right, that's that. And that was your one there, and then this is your other one. And you see how they always form that little M in the middle. And then this is your touch, and this is your hook right here. So what's forming is the safety trade on the 1 hour. We don't enter it on the 1 hour. We're just finding the trade. You're spotting the trade. So if you're going to enter this trade, you wouldn't enter on the 1 hour because of a myriad of reasons, not the least of which the orange line isn't below. So you would tag the area you wanted to check to see where you're at, which is right here. And then you would go down from here and you would look for the orange line being a little low, but I'm not getting any more detail than that. That's just the way that is. So just go down and look. So if you're on the 1 hour, you go below the 1 hour and you go to the 30 minute. No, not ideal. 15 minute. Much better, not ideal. So it's like, I think this is called earlier today. Yeah, I like that one. So you're at a 12 minute, somewhere around there, maybe 10 minute buy. You enter in whenever all the rules tell you to enter in. Yeah, there's a 10 minute too. You could probably even go a little lower. Yeah, you probably could have been in this trade from the 8 minute. Yes, almost for surely. And then you're in the buy, and that is what you're looking at. And it is a buy stop. And since we're going to the 1 hour, we know where it's heading to. That is the 1 hour blue line. We know that gold is going back to there. And that's how you take that trade. Clear, easy, concise, no misunderstandings. Follow the rules, and you can enter the trade properly. All right. Anybody have any questions on TikTok, YouTube? What's ironic with TikTok, it's so quiet these days. When I first started, TikTokers would come on my lives. Oh, you think you cracked the code? Because we were on MetaTrader 4. What are you trading with? Windows 96? What kind of old-fashioned stuff? They were so funny. Now all the haters are gone because they're all losers and had no clue of how to trade. And TikTok's the most quietest one out there. What's up, Lock? It's so funny to me that TikTok used to be the loudest, boisterous, most loser people on earth. And now they're not around because they just don't know how to trade and they just got crushed and no longer do anything. Where I happen to be Mr. Consistency. I've been trading. I haven't missed a week of trading ever since I started this 4.5 years ago. And the first year and a half or so, I didn't miss one day trading. I didn't miss a day for the first year doing these lives with you all. Yeah, that's not that much anymore, but yeah, the thought's there. All right. Now, I'm a little at a loss if anyone can think that this is a sell. I mean, everything's green. This is your sell stop for 3 minute. There's your red. Yeah, this is just what you're waiting for. There's going to be this little downturn because we don't have the pink line low enough on our 1 hour yet, but it's getting there. And then the space isn't as wide as it needs to be. I would play any buy stop on gold lower than 1 hour. If you see a 1 second, take it. You never know. It might work. 5 second, 10 second, try it again. Maybe you'll get a long runner. And so on. I would take all of them until this 1 hour blue line is hit. And that's for gold.
Demo trade only. I am not a financial advisor.
What's up, Stereo? Hey, Kev. Hope you've been good, bro. Thank you. I hope you have been too. I've been fantastic. Hey, Kev, what's the purple line for? What's up, Buzz Lecter? Welcome to the channel. I believe it was a 10 or 15 second. I was watching the 1 hour, 4 hour forming. It was my entrance into on Tuesday, April 7th, around 3. Nice, Matt. And Matt, was that trade the one that stayed open then? Am I incorrect in saying that? I believe he caught the 10 second. Right. That's crazy good. Matt's over here like, yeah. Purple line. It's used for the scalping portion of the sniper. When they both, the pink and purple, come down the first time, it just gives you more verification for entry, especially on the faster time frames. So that's what that's for. Yes, it was. Cool. Wow. See, Matt, damn, that's crazy. What day was it? Tuesday, April 7th. Is that 3 p.m. Forex time? Or is that 3 p.m. Athens time, Matt? I wonder. I don't know if he's still here. I should have caught it earlier. April 7th. Around 3. time series. Let's go to maybe a 4 hour should be sufficient. Sorry, just getting entrance here. April 7th. Oh, geez. So somewhere around here. Okay. Excellent call, Matt. Excellent call. Let me get this. I love when the members start making the calls. I think that's so nice. Somewhere around there. Okay. 10 p.m. Athens. If it was 3 p.m. Eastern Standard, that is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. 8 p.m. Forex time, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's a.m. Those are p.m.s. Yeah. Okay, cool. Close enough. We don't have to be exact. It's somewhere around there. Thank you, Matt. All right. We have about 15 minutes to market open. Okay, let me start horsing around with that. Okay, there's literally, I don't know what to call. We need something to turn red, and there ain't nothing red. These are all buys. Everything. So again, riddle me this, Batman. I'm so confused on this thought process. So let's see. I just want to make sure I got the logic down of the trading community here. Okay, I just want to make sure we have the logic down. So the entire time the markets went down, it was because of the war, tariffs. How do you spell tariffs? The sun came out. Oh, sorry, we got to get that back. The sun came out that day. Why? Wait. Oh, I know. Wait. It became the markets went down because my cat breathed. Yep. I'm pretty sure that might be the reason why they went down. Wait.
Don't forget all of the above.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let me put in all the above. You're right. All of the above. Okay. So I'm confused on why the markets went down, because I think Iran kind of said they were going to do something, didn't do something, did do it, didn't do it, didn't, would, didn't, up, down. They're going to stop. They're not going to stop. I'm not sure where they are right now, but I could have swore they said they weren't going to stop, which I don't even understand how they can do anything. I don't even understand if they can do anything at all. Oh, there's our gold alert. Another little angel got its wings. Listen to that. Listen to that money talk. And another correct call made by us. All right. So if we don't really know, according to the news, so wait, if this is why they all went down, one of those has to be the right reasons. I don't know. Oh, maybe it was because there was that sell. But then wait, so why? Let's just, because again, I'm slow on this stuff, guys. So why are the markets going up? Oh, because of the war. Because of the war. Oh, wait, no, because the ceasefire of the war. No, because gas can come through. Gas can come through the straits, right? Come through. Oh, because, but there was a daily, weekly buy stop on all indices that I called out as it was dropping. That I kept telling you, and you're damn fucking lucky that Daily didn't kick the fuck in. You guys would have had a heart attack. I'm wondering, did I make the call as it's falling down to don't listen to that and to enter the trade and only do buys? And we're not talking about do buy either. Do buys. Does anyone at all? Anyone remember me calling it out as it's dropping down, as I did last year during the tariffs? They literally, I think to the day, they literally brought it to the day, because I remember the 8th and 9th it going up last year. So let's go back and look, and let's see if these clownfishes to the day brought it up and down. Can you imagine how they just throw it in our faces and we just take it? To the day, let's take a look, shall we? This is crazy to me how they can do this and flagrantly flaunt that the markets are manipulated and no one does a thing. No one does a thing. We all just sit here and take it. We just sit here and take it. Gee, I wonder what this period was last year. Let's take a look, shall we? This is last year when the tariffs were the end of the world, and I was telling you then the markets will go up. I distinctly remember doing that. You can go back and watch every one of those lives. You'll see me. You see all the green? You see your little buy stop here, right? There's another buy stop. I distinctly remember doing it last year during that time period. And here we sit. This is March 30th. This is April, right? So this is the beginning of April. This is the what's today's date? Because we can't see it because we're in the middle of it. So if I go down a little bit, but I'm going to have to smash in a little, watch. Okay, now watch this shit. Just watch this shit. This is what you're dealing with here. Okay, this is the time when it started to move up right there. April 6th. And we know Matt told us he was making his call out on April the 7th. So Matt was making his call out on April the 7th. And technically it was the 6th was the first movement. So he called it as quickly as possible of this year. And last year, this is what happened because of the tariffs. So again, if the tariffs, let's be logical because I'm so slow with this stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. This is just so advanced to me. I don't understand their logic. So if the tariffs caused this to go down, right, last year at the exact same time, if the tariffs caused this to go down, then what caused it to go up? Oh, wait. If the war caused us to go down this year at the exact same time, then what caused it to go up at the exact same time? Wait, I'm so confused. Maybe there's some mysterious forces at work here that, markets, employment markets means nothing. Let it drop, the more we make on the way up. Correct, Larry. Is this getting through to anybody out there that they tell you lies, that there is no such thing as news? There's no reasons for the markets to go up other than there's buys or sells according to the system. The system tells you what they're going to do before it happens. I told you as this was falling down in the tariff land, it was going to go up to record highs. Literally as it's happening now, I told you it's going to go back to record highs. It almost is. I think most all take they are. All take profits 1, 2. The orange line is hit 3. Hell, the middle's pretty much hit at this point. Now, is it going to go up higher? Yes. Is it going to pull back again? Yes. But this is the exact, to almost the date of when they moved it up last year to this year. It's crazy to me. And then everyone out there thinks the markets aren't manipulated. This is just lucky coincidence. Oh, that the tariffs happened back in January and that the war happened back in January, and that's why January and February it went down. Is that right? Then why did the tariffs stop all of a sudden? Did the tariffs stop? Did the tariffs don't exist anymore? But I thought they were banned by the federal. I thought they were this. I thought they were that. It doesn't matter what the tariffs do. It doesn't matter what the war does. The markets do because of what is being called out by the system, period. That's how these long-term trades work. When you look at the weekly, 3 weekly, and I tell you it's going to go up, even though it's too fucking high. And it's too effing high, but they don't care. They're blatantly throwing it in our faces how high this is away from the orange lines and lot. It's insane what they're doing to us. Absolutely insane the setup they're doing. But what's the alternative? What's the alternative? If you don't go in the American markets, what are you going to do? You're going to go over to the BRIC markets and trust China and Russia? Really? Oh, but you're going to go over to some other, you're going to trust cryptos? Cryptos? Bitcoin, the most useless shit on the face of this earth? 7 minutes to market open. What are you going to do? You have to put your money in something. So you might as well put it in the most powerful military and the most powerful spending of any country in the history of the world, and that's called America. We're great for a reason. And there's no other better country in the world. I'm not saying we're a good country. There's no better country in the world. You're going to be stuck with us. We're the reserve currency. I never knew what the reserve currency truly meant in the scheme of things. But without that reserve currency status, what do you want Argentina to be reserve currency? Venezuela? I don't even know what the fuck they use over there. You want them to be the reserve currency in the world? You really want Russia or China? You can't trust them as far as you can throw them. You want them to be reserve. We have the reserve currency status. We have the biggest military, and we have the biggest spending out of any consumers. There's no country, and I don't care who they think they are, that'll ever take that away from us. Why does that matter? Because then we can do what the fuck we want, and we can have our markets go up for the last 25 years without ever coming down. Ever coming down. Yeah, that's what gives us that status. Never, ever, 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 ever. This is only showing 12 years. Look, you tell me where this is. See, no. Oh, it went down here. Did it really? Oh, it went down here in 2020. Well, no, maybe it didn't. It went down in 2026. Oh, maybe it didn't. They tell you it's going down to keep you scared. They tell you it's going to do this. And while they keep making it rise up, period. Now, will this correct? I mean, I hate to be the one to tell you, but this cannot. And if they continually do this for the next 100 years, we'll all be dead anyway. So just enjoy the ride up. But in realistic terms, they cannot keep doing this. It's blatant. They have to drop it. They have to pull it back, for instance, in Nas case, eventually to 19,000. I would think 16,000's order. What I would really think, until this 3 months pink line comes down, all the way back down to here again, like it did here, right? In 2022, 2023, 2023. We need this to come back down like that. Until it does that, geez, this is just crazy. It just keeps going up to levels that are unheard of, but it's going to keep doing it. Once it flips and starts to come down hard like it did here, we can make some calls. I wasn't making the calls because it has to go back up. There's no way. We don't have long-term sells in place. So until we see the weeklies, the daily, the 3 weeklies turn to sells, I just can't call it a sell. I'm going to go with the fact that for 25 years they brought it up and never bring it down. So they're going to continually do it. It's a scam move. It's fiat currency. It's called. It's fake. It's fraudulent. What else you want me to tell you about it? That's just my personal opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, so what the fuck do I know? Nothing.
Demo trade only. I am not a financial advisor.
All right. Gold. I don't know. I was told by one of our people that we actually have this. If anybody has questions over that, please ask. Oh, yeah, there's gold. There's gold back to above its blue line as called out, literally drawn out, literally told you what the fuck was going to happen before it happened. Did anyone here in the VIP group miss that call? I specifically told you what to take, exactly how to take it, exactly what to look for. Everything is exact. Exactly the ricochet I told you it was going to do, that it was going to go up past the blue line, where it was going to go to. Everybody in TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, VIP land, does anybody remember the trade? Oh, I did want it to come down a little lower first, to be honest. I still like that, but it did what it did. Again, when you're looking for your entrances, you don't enter off this, you wait. What do you wait for? You go down and wait. I think that was down to a 6 minute or 8 minute. Where were we at? Let's go to that 8 minute. How far before market open? 3 minutes. 3 minutes to market open. There it is. All take profits hit off the 8 minute gold, by the way. And there's your buy stop. Green, 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 red. Green, green, buy. And there it is going up. Again, I don't know. Deniers. I don't know what to tell you. Go rot. Because there you go. Martar, thank you for it. Paul says yes. Larry says yes. Cool. Yeah, employment markets. It doesn't matter with it all. All right, let's take a look. What is it going to do at market open? Well, unless we get a pullback. Did it pull back? Maybe. Let's see. Oh, we have a little pull. Look at the little pullback going. We have an SPX 15-second. Look. Wait. 15 seconds. Buy. Wait. Don't go there. Oh, my God. Hold on. Let's go down here and see if we can grab some. What time we have? Like 3 minutes, 2 minutes, something like that to market open. Let's see what we got. Oh, I don't want gold there. We need NAS there. Come on. I ain't got time. 10-second buy, 10-second sell to the blue line. Oh, nice. Okay. So you see these little cells. That's beautiful. You better hope we skip over that 9 hour. 1 minute buy. No, let's go up higher. 1 minute buy, 1 minute buy. You can do a 1 minute, 5 minute for sure. Let's see what that looks like. Fill in the gap, buy. Buy. Market open in a minute. You've kind of already, you can get in a trade. Be it dot. Well, here. Buy. Things are going to go up. NAS, 25,519.74. Is SPY lagging? Is SPY behind on anything? I don't think so, but let's call it too. Buy on all, how many indices are we up to? 7 indices, including SPY. Buy for open. There you go. We need a little dip there. That's perfect. Follow NAS down. I love NAS. Follow NAS down. We're looking at NAS going down on the 5. This is perfect. Follow it down. Entry for NAS, 25,503.52. Take profit for NAS, 25,506. 25. Take, there, you're in the money. All money, you're in the money. Oh my gosh. All indices in the money. ES1 in the money. SPX in the money. NAS, close down your trade. SPY in the money. Take all your money and run. You can re-enter US 30 if you want. You're in the money on NAS. You're in the money again. Every day, consistently. Every day. I don't care about employment. Every day, I don't care about what bullshit news. Every day, you're hearing winning bangers time and time again. Head over to thesafetytrade.com. Buy the system. And what? You too can actually make money regularly? Yeah, if I can do it, my members can do it. Why the hell can't you do it? So there you go. Take your money out. That NAS call was perfection. I told you exactly when to get in, the exact number, where your take profits are, which are hit, by the way. Take profit 1 and 2 are hit. You can close down that trade. You're welcome, Jake. Thank you for speaking up. Martar, thank you for speaking up. There you go. There's your money. I'm not going over to VIP group this morning. Purchase 575. I'm going to stay on for about another 15 minutes. And then I will be getting off probably about 12 minutes. All right. Everybody happy with the call outs? Everybody happy with the trades? I don't want to hear a fucking word that wasn't specific. I even gave the number out to the listeners out there when to get in. I gave it to everybody in the VIP group exactly when to get in for NAS. There it is. Matter of fact, I told you SPY also, and there it is. Have a great day, Glow. Enjoy yourself. Glow will be so proud of us. We're walking about 2.5 miles every day now. Well, not every day. Well, it has been, but it's going to be about 3-4 days a week. It's so much nicer to walk outside than inside. Look at it go up. It's now hit all previous take profits. You're in the money on everything. You're welcome. Yeah, that's as good as it can get. These are all the correct trades. If you want to make correct trades, buy the system. Everybody listening that's new, the system is made for beginners. Doesn't mean it's easy. It's just made for beginners. 7 miles yesterday. Nice. What shoes do you use, Glow? Because I'm telling you, my Asics are great, but I can't burn through a $160 pair of shoes every fucking month. I'm not doing it. I mean, I guess I could, but no, I'm not doing that. Look at it go up. Perfection. Perfection. Oh, you do use Asics. I use Asics Gel Nimbus 27s. Hell, I don't know what the hell number they're on. 20 million. Kaonos. Interesting. I don't know. Is the Kaonos better than the Gel the Gel Nimbus? I wonder. Bye, Jake. Have a good day. Bye, Glow. Have a good day. Good morning, MK, MC. Oh, for stability. Yeah, I'm good on that then. What's up, Grant? Good morning, Grant. Good morning, everybody on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. The VIPers. Anybody in VIP land have any questions? I have a few minutes. I can actually answer a pretty in-depth question if someone has one. Alfred, any questions? Annie, Anthony, Cristobal, George, Jose, Kev, Kirk, Larry, Lazarus, Miss Jane, Marley Martar, Mike Jones, Orlando, Ryan, Steven, Miss Taraya. Any questions from anybody in the VIP group?
Hey, I'd just like to say thank you. That NAS call grabbed like 55 pips on that.
That's all? What's wrong, Kurt? Couldn't you get 100? You're welcome. Glad it worked out.
Yeah.
Awesome, Kirk. Thanks, sir. Blessed morning to you, Orlando, by the way. Nike Vomero Premium. They're really good for walking. Nike shoes are always I never really do good with Nike. I can try them, but I have my foot's wide. I don't know. I don't really fit the Nike mold. Thank you, Mike. Well, that was fun. Yeah. By the way, you still have time for US 30. I'm not calling it. Kim doesn't have to write it out, but you have a lot. Look at that. Look at that. Did we catch the entire candle of NAS, of NQ, of SPX, of ES1, of SPY, and you still have time for US 30 and YM? Literally, I don't think I could have called any more pips. I know it was only 55. I apologize for that, but look at it go up. Yeah, that's sometimes you just get a really good call, and there's one of them. That is amazing. Look at that. All of them in the money. Every last one of those in the money. Can't go growing with A6 is persistent. Thank you, persistent. And I guess that's it. All right. TikTokers, YouTubers, VIPers, listen, I will be on possibly even way late this evening. If not, Wednesday morning I will be on. And Wednesday morning it might be early. It might even be like 5 or 6 in the morning. I'll send out an email when I go live. Then I will stay on probably until 1 or 2 minimum tomorrow. It'll be a very long day. You guys can join and leave and join, but I'll be on. Then if you go over to Thursday, not so much. It'll be maybe a morning one. We do not do a VIP afternoon Thursday. Then the VIP group and everybody else for public in the morning anyways. The Friday, the 17th, I'll be going back on the lives the 17th, and I'll be staying on for that day, possibly as much as 12 hours. So I don't want to hear any whining or BS from anybody, especially my best people that I love in the VIP. You know, just there's so many hours I'm giving you guys. ask your questions. We're going to figure out so much shit. We're going to go over so much stuff. Oh my God, it's going to be so fun. Anywho, for now, TikTokers, see ya. Bye. Have a great day. Talk to y'all later on TikTok. Nice. YouTubers ending now. I'm going to end with the VIP, although I'm not going to stay on more than a second. YouTubers.